News Pilot.
Ha 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 ha, here we are once again, episode 23 of Punt Pals, and it has been a big week in racing, to say the least. My name is Robbie Von. This is Nick Ristovic. Hello, sir. How are you feeling? Are you recovering from such a big week?
Mate, still in the middle of it, really, aren't we?
Well, we are.
Incredible. Yeah, I'm all business today, as you can see.
Yeah.
Big Group 1 performer. So
That's
three
right.
big race days in a week. One more to go on Saturday for the Flemington Carnival, and then it all begins here in Perth for the Pinnacles. So it's a long marathon, mate. The racing carnival over here, isn't it?
It's an Ironman.
It is a bit.
It actually
it's a staying
is.
contest and a half.
Oh, man, it's crazy. Our Facebook page is going well, by the way. The Facebook group, Punt Pals Podcast, building nicely, to be honest. We're up to about 70, 75 members, so that is great. We're getting lots of feedback in there, which we love. There's also the TikTok and the Insta, which is Punt Pals Pod. Email puntpalspodcast@gmail.com, and you can stream us on your favourite streaming service as well, Nick. So we're pretty accessible. We're the sort of guys you can find if you look.
I think so. We're not hard to find, and we love when the punters get amongst it and throw a few tips on across the old pages and the socials, mate. So get around. It also helps when you have a couple of winners too, I think. People get around you, don't they? You're as good as last week's bets, aren't you?
And we've been pulling a few out lately, so I mean, that's a good reason as any to follow us. Now, it's episode 23, and you've just gone to town on this. What's going on here? You've pulled out all your favourite sports people.
Well, 23 is a really great number, isn't it?
It's a great number.
We got Warnie, we got Michael Jordan, LeBron James, David Beckham, Andrew McLeod, Lance Franklin. I feel like this episode's very important, mate. We need to be on our game here.
It's actually a great point, and it's all inspired by Michael Jordan. He's the OG when it comes to number 23.
100%. Well,
What a
after
guy.
that, you can never be as good. But, it's a number everyone wants to get when they rock up to the first training session, don't they, mate?
Oh, if you're lucky enough to get that, you're a happy person, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, you mentioned Warnie, and I was actually looking at his Instagram last night. I mean, it feels like stalkerish in a way, but I was just thinking about Warnie, and I thought, I'm just going to look. I'm just going to scroll through for a bit, and brought a tear to my eye. I miss that guy.
Yeah, me too, mate. The Coldplay concert, they did a little tribute to Warnie the other night too.
Oh, they did it
Melbourne,
again.
yeah.
They did that in Perth a year ago.
Yeah, so they had the Warnie, the Melbourne Stars Big Bash shirt there on the microphone, and still can't believe he's gone, really.
Nah, and just coming into cricket season, it makes you think about him a little bit more and go, wow, this is the third season without Warnie, and it's very sad.
Yeah, it is, mate. It is sad. Hopefully, I don't think there'll be another 23 like Warnie, but mate, it's big summer cricket coming up too. It's just so much on, isn't there?
There's so much going on, and we're going to go through it all this week on the podcast. Racing is our number one thing, though. How's the week?
Mate, it's been a huge week of upsets, hasn't it?
It has.
The incredible stories. We'll talk about some of them today, but tough week for punters out there trying to find a winner, and just exceptional racing stories across the entire week.
It's been great, and we're gonna review all of them, which is also pretty awesome. Some lucky punter stories as well, and we'll work through the best bets because we've had some good, we've had some bad. It's been a mixed bag, you could definitely say. Before we get into all that, how's your week been? What have you been doing?
Mate, it's been just absolutely mental, to be honest. 3 Group 1 race days in a week, as I said. So much content to get through, so many races and replays to watch. I'm fast running out of gas, mate. So on the punt and energy-wise, it's been pretty hard to follow them all. Had to make a quick retraction on the poker night too. Had a bit of feedback from the boys.
What?
Well, I went to the poker night 2 Friday nights ago.
I remember
talked about in the
this.
potty, and in reflection, I was probably a little bit negative on the night.
Oh.
So I had a bit of feedback there, and so today's retraction was an epic night with the boys. Just didn't enjoy poker that much, mate. It's not about the poker. It's about catching up with the fellas. So to all those boys I played cards with and that took my money, I wasn't filthy on that aspect. And I'm looking forward to the next one if I get an invite, but I'm probably not going to get one, mate.
How much feedback did you get around this?
A little bit, mate.
Wow. Was there sound grabs going around the group chat?
I think there might have been. I noticed the number of listeners spiked after that particular episode. So.
Is that what it was?
I think it was just the boys sort of just trying to get the feedback and what I thought of the night, and great bunch of fellas, but Yeah, just mate, the main takeout was just have the patience for it. That's all.
Hello.
It's not about the fellas. It's about the takeout. I ended up playing Tony Hawk on PlayStation 3 for the rest of the night as well.
Oh, wow. You must have been bored. No, I'm joking. Okay, that is interesting. So you got a lot of feedback. I thought it sounded like you had a good enough time. I didn't really think that you had a crappy time.
Well, just to hype it up a little bit more. Other than that, mate, I was at Yagan Square for the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, yes.
Helping the punters there. So that was a really busy day. It's going off down there, to be honest. There's
What's going on at Yagan Square?
Well, there's all those, fancy bougie kind of bloody breakfast or you can drink and eat packages throughout the day. So there was basically all these fancy dressed sort of Melbourne Cup people and everyone having a great old time down there. And the vibe was good. So Yagan Square, if you've been down there, it's quite a few nice restaurants and wanted to get stuck into a few beers, but I was too busy working. And then
I completely missed that memo, to be honest, that Yagan Square was big for Melbourne Cup.
Well, we just had a big pop-up site, massive screen down there, tote facilities open, plenty of terminals and that to get your bets on. A lot of people buying mystery bets and stuff, so it was cool to get around the punters.
Ooh.
And then looking forward to Sunday, mate. I'm at the ODI at Optus on Sunday, hosting the clients for Australia versus Pakistan, so can't wait for that one, man.
That's good, actually, because one thing that I've noticed, and I was going to talk about this a little bit later, advertising for the ODI's been terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I barely knew it was on. It was only watching on Friday after the boys messaged me to say that the cricket was on that I realised we had a game in Perth on Sunday. What the hell? They need to get around that more and let us know what's happening.
I'm with you. You rarely know what's going on, do you?
Nah.
Like, I don't know if the broadcasting's changed or, broadcast partners, but yeah, there's not much hype around it, not much advertising and mate, I completely forgot it was on, so I got the reminder at work saying, no, you got to be there on Sunday all day. So that was pretty cool. What about you, mate? What did you get up to for Cup Day and stuff?
Cup Day, I was in Sir Henry's in Northbridge, so actually not that far from you. I should have come and had a beer. Yeah. That was pretty good. They had the race on the big screen, and it was a nice day. They had the same thing again, one of those all-you-can-drink sort of bottomless brunch type setups.
Now you're talking.
Yes, that was nice.
And any fashions in the field judging from yourself? I thought you might.
We were looking at doing that, but in the end, the punters probably didn't come out in their best dress, so we thought we might just scrap that one and just let them get into it and just have some beers instead, which was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, last Saturday, though, I went to the Scarborough Sporties. Don't know if you've been there, but that's a place. I'll tell you
Mate,
what.
I haven't heard much about it. Tell me. What was sports bar vibe?
It's a bit of fun. It's just essentially a bowling club, but they also have beach volleyball, cricket's happening around the side. There's lots of sports going on. Yep. And so you rock up there and essentially you can play darts, you can drink piss, you can play bowls. One of my mates was having a pseudo bucks party. He'd already had his bucks over in New South Wales, but we just had a few beers for him.
Okay.
So it was a big night. Like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, what time did you sort of roll out of there, mate?
Yeah, funnily enough, not that late. We got there at 2 and I was probably out of there by 10.
That's a solid session,
It's
mate.
a big sesh.
Yeah, this is a solid session. Were you more a volleyball man or cricket or what were you? Did you get
None of those.
Didn't get amongst them, just straight in the beers?
No, we were at the bar watching. We were watching the races, and then the NBA came on, and then we were sitting outside for a while and watching the local cricket. So there was a bit of sport, watching, not playing.
A bit of sport betting as well, by the sounds of it, mate.
A bit of betting. The Everest was on while I was there. It was good. I was getting a lot of texts from you, and then I sort of went off the boil on the texts a bit because it's too hard to chat and then drink.
Yep.
And then text, like, you've only got 2 hands.
You got to be present in the moment, mate, don't you?
That's true, that's true.
No, I'm with you. No, it's all right. I won't take it personally, mate.
No, this time.
Just trying to crow about some of my wins, mate, like you were the previous week, but,
That's fair.
We had a reasonable round on the bets, didn't we, mate?
Pretty good. Oh, go through yours first, because I reckon you did better than me in the end.
Slightly. I put the Moz on El Costello, didn't you? Didn't I? You won it on the week before. I jumped on with you and then just jumped really poorly.
I know.
Sat probably, 3 or 4 and then had to come 8 wide down the straight and just covered way more ground. So it was a disappointing run. Came in really short too, I think $2.70.
Yeah.
Had Growing Empire in the Coolmore, but it was no match for your horse, mate, in Switzerland. So Growing Empire plays, so I had a bit each way on that. So that was not a too bad a result. Next one was an absolute heartbreaker, mate. Steffi Magnetica is the best thing I've ever seen beaten in a race, and I've been around racing in a long time.
Crazy, hey.
Jockey that rode the winner, blocked its path through, fined 100K and suspended for a month of riding, which was just bloody sickening for those who backed it. Then there's the protest after the race for Steffi, 4th, 1st, 2nd, which gets dismissed, which I thought was a bit soft. So, yeah, I was pretty heartbroken after that. I got a few nice little tweets there to go through as well after that race, just to wallow in self-pity. And then bounce back at Ascot, though, mate, big time. Back Super Smink and Bravo Centurion. At the time, we pushed the podcast out, got $14 for the double. So I was very happy with that little result there at Ascot. Should have stayed at bloody Ascot. And then had Steffi had placed, mate. I had a four-legger with Super Smink, Bravo, Centurion, Amelia's Jewel to place, and then Steffi to place. So got those three up and then missed Steffi for the place even after the protest. Would have been a couple of $1,000 in the bank there, mate. So, yeah, it stings.
That does sting. That does sting. All right, before we go through my bets then, let's play the let's just play that little Golden Eagle bit.
Steffi Magnetica's taking a rails run. Ascoli Pacino still third last. It's Lizette and Macarena knuckling it out of the furlong. Macarena testing Lizette. Now Tom Kidden starting to run on. Macarena in front. Steffi Magnetica's getting a gap. And Tom Kidden launching. Lake Forest bursting home on the rails. Lake Forest. William Haggis has done it again. Lake Forest got up to nail, I think, Lizette and Tom Kidden on the wire.
Run us through the tweets. What was some of the things coming through on the socials?
If Steffi Magnetica doesn't get interfered, she wins. # Golden Eagle.
True.
Steffi Magnetica, I feel sick. Spewing emoji.
That was
Steffi
you.
Magnetica, $10 million short in the bank there. Oh, boy. What a dumbass ride. # Steffi Magnetica. And then I think Michael Scott had said it best. One of the sickest beats in my punting life on Steffi Magnetica. I feel absolutely sick.
Ouch.
So he actually stuffed up the Magnetica there in the call, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a bit. He did a bit.
It was quite funny in reflection. So, yeah, mate, I mean, that's punting for you. I think the jockey zigged when he should have zagged. Kieran Fallon is known to be a pretty aggressive rider. He doesn't really care. He's taken home probably a $600,000 prize check from Warren the winner. So he'll have a little spell for a month and cop the fine, but it doesn't make it any easier for the punters that were on, man.
Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it?
It does, but thankfully you had a couple of good successes too, man. Looking forward to going through yours.
Yeah, so Switzerland was the big one for me. In the Coolmore,
mate.
I was on it at 550. I was real bullish about it. I don't know why, but it paid off in the end. So I had a bit on Switzerland and was very, very happy with that run. And wasn't it dominant? It was a really good run.
It just left him for dead, didn't it?
I seriously did. Oh, hang on. All right.
Switzerland right down the outside. At the 150, Switzerland sprints hard, takes the lead, draws a length in front, 2 lengths in front. This is going to be dominant. Switzerland a big winner by 2.5. Bellatrix Star. Photo third, Growing Empire, or Lady of Camel.
It just ran away in the end, didn't it?
It was all Switzerland, wasn't it?
Oh.
That was a good price too, mate. $5.50.
Yeah,
You
very
beauty.
happy with that. That's a big tick. I think I was probably up overall on the weekend. Els Costello, no deal there.
Yep.
Southport Tycoon, that didn't do anything. Peko Bangnai, he didn't get it. Oh, he got it done. I had my money on what's his name? The other guy. I've forgotten his name. I've had a blank.
In the same race?
Yeah, the guy who won, I didn't.
Yeah, didn't bag him.
Yeah.
Bagnall,
Damn.
you tipped in the week before.
Yeah, I did. But I just then thought Jorge would get it done. But anyway, he didn't. But the big one for me, man.
This was huge.
I said to you, if it's dry, get on Oscar Piastri. It wasn't dry. So you had to take my wet bet, which was Max to win at $8.50. And he got it done.
Ching.
Max Verstappen, thank you.
$8.50 and a $5.50. That's a pretty elite tipping performance from your good self, mate. You're fast building a niche, I think, in these motorsports.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Any motorsports content providers out there looking for someone who knows their content or subject matter, I think you might be the man.
Except I can't remember half the people's names.
and the names are super hard to pronounce as well, to be fair.
Sorry, Jorge. My bad. My bad.
Oh, well, no, that was pretty good, mate. I think, particularly obviously Switzerland being the highlight. We also tipped the numbers in the trifecta there in that rain race in the Coolmore too.
Yes.
So we spoke 3 horses there, and Switzerland at $5.50. I think the trifecta was about $150. So we're going well on the multiples the last few weeks.
Big tick. Team Quaddy. How did we go there? No, not good.
No, we lost by 1 leg, man. So we put Switzerland in. We had my horse there in Growing Empire. We actually had, I think, 4. We had the top 4 out of 5 there in that race. So a top 4 bet would have been nice with our Quaddy numbers.
Should have done it.
We missed the second leg, which is Gold Rush Guru.
Yeah, that was a toughie. Did anyone get that?
South Australian horse, $9. The form lines were there, but I think we had 6 or 7 in that one. And in the end, most of the shorties missed, and Jamie Carter just went whooshka. So that went down, and then we got a tissue up who unfortunately just knocked off my horse, Amelia's Jewel, who was just so good. when she bounced back into big performance. And then Isthmus, not great for those with a lisp. The last race paid about $9 or $10. So we found some value. We just missed that one, and unfortunately, again, man, missed that one at $9. Quaddy would paid an absolute bomb too, so it would have been a few thousand for us again. So we're getting closer.
Punting. That's punting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is, man.
You can't win them all. You can't win them all. Although I will say, sorry, just because we were Isthmus, on Melbourne Cup Day, they did a great thing with Kenny Callender.
Yeah,
you know how he's got the list?
Yeah,
and,
okay, did they?
Yeah, and he actually was having a good laugh about it and talked about how it always got him onto the footy show and all that sort of stuff. So
really?
He was very gracious and having a good laugh at himself. I really appreciated Kenny Callender's work there.
Mate, I can't even pronounce it. So. Isthmus? I'm not sure.
I love what the 12th man did to him. That was funny. And I think he found that funny too. So he's a good man.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, there we go, mate. It's not hard pronouncing. It's pretty hard pronouncing some of those MotoGP riders, let alone some of these horse names. But
it's another one of these fucking races where every single horse starts with an F. That's so good, eh?
Get out there and listen to that one if you haven't seen it. It's an absolute cracker.
Oh, God. Locko's NFL multi. Did he get it up?
Trending. Of course he did.
Oh,
he's 3 or 4 in the last month, mate.
What a guy.
I know, $5.90 multi result again.